Thank you so much for having me. My name's Raphael Sternbach. I'm a marketing executive based out of New York City at TalkWalker. TalkWalker is an enterprise listening company helping the world's largest organizations activate and understand the voice of their customers. Through our AI-powered platform, we gather data from the conversations that happen around your brand or a given topic, online, in the media, and even within your organization, to uncover, understand, and act on consumer insights. Over 2,000 companies worldwide already use this conversational intelligence to protect their brands, measure their campaign impact, and identify what drives consumer decisions, building audience connections, and helping to make them globally loved brands. TalkWalker has offices around the globe, including in Luxembourg, New York, San Francisco, Frankfurt, Singapore, Paris, Tokyo, London, and Milan. To some extent, everything we do here at TalkWalker is in pursuit of decluttering an infodemic. We make it easy to filter away the noise and find only the conversation relevant to you. So we're going to start with a look at some of TalkWalker's free tools as well as the Boolean language overview. If you go to TalkWalker.com, you'll see up here in the top right, Alerts and Search. TalkWalker offers two sets of free tools. These are TalkWalker Alerts and TalkWalker's free social search. Alerts trigger when a keyword is found, and Free Search offers some of the core TalkWalker widgets with 7 days of previous data. Today we're going to go over how to get the most out of these free tools using search language known as Boolean. Boolean forms the basis for all TalkWalker searches and is used for all aspects of the full TalkWalker analytics platform. Boolean forms the basis for all TalkWalker searches and is used for all aspects of the full TalkWalker analytics platform. Let's dig in. There are 4 main ways to connect strings of important words together using Boolean operators. The first is OR, written in capital letters, just like that. OR gives you choices. Searching for Coca-Cola, or Coke, or Pepsi will return results for either one. AND is the next operator, and again, it's all in capital letters. Despite feeling inclusive, AND actually excludes anything that doesn't mention both terms. Coke and Pepsi would return fewer conversations than Coke or Pepsi. It would only find those that mention both drinks. The next one is AND NOT. AND NOT finds anything with the keyword to the left of your operator as long as it doesn't include the keyword on the right. So we could do Coke and not Pepsi, and we would find mentions of only Coke as long as Pepsi isn't included in that discussion. The last and most useful for our purposes today is near / a number. Let's say 10 or near X, right? Near finds a keyword near to your first search term within a specified range. X can be any number from 1 to 20. Because language is so complex and there's so many ways to phrase many different things, the near operator allows you the flexibility to cut down searches just to the core elements of what you're after. So, Coke, near, 10, ice might show us mentions of people enjoying cold beverages. These operators form the basis of your search. They allow you to string together to varying degrees of specificity to find only what is important to you. A couple other important notes before we begin. Parentheses help you group your ideas together. So, for example, Coke or Pepsi. We can close this, and now we have our drinks section of a query. And ice. You can also use an asterisk. This works as a wildcard. It will pull in all variations of a keyword. So ice here could also pull in ice cube or iceberg. The last important operator to remember Finally, make sure your results are geographically relevant by using an operator like sourceGeo. Or source country. Or source type. And this we use specific. Finally, make sure your results are geographically relevant by using an operator like sourceGeo, source country, or from the right media type with source type, social media, and then you can select your channel. So, let's put all this together with a real-life example. Let's pretend, for no reason at all, that we want to find conversations where people talk about a vaccine because they believe it will make them sick in Francophone Africa. We'll start with our keywords, our core idea, and that's this idea of becoming sick, right? So we'll do souffrant or malade. Now, malade is actually spelled with an E. You'll put an asterisk in here to find any other variations. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about this vaccine, if you recall. And again, here we're going to put in our asterisks in case it's vaccination, vacciné, or any other variation you can think of, right? Now this is all we need here. We are all set just with this. We can hit enter, put in our email address. If you only want to find Twitter, if you only want to find blogs, like I said, you can use the source type or you can use this here. Just select how often you would like to receive these results, and you're on your way. You can now take this query We can now take this and create an alert around this subject. You can select the frequency with which these results arrive, with which the alerts arrive. You can also take it and plug it into the TalkWalker free search tool to get a sense of the broader themes in this conversation for the last week. Here you can also select relevant filters for channel, country, or language. We can now take this and create an alert around this subject. You can select the frequency with which the alerts arrive. We can also take it and plug it into the TalkWalker free search tool, as we have here, and get a sense of the broader themes in this conversation for the last week. Here you can also select relevant filters for channel, country, or language. These tools are available to the public for free. Once you've signed up, you can now take your query and put it into the free TalkWalker free search tool. Get a sense of the broader themes in this conversation for the last week. Here you can also select relevant filters for channel, country, or language. Okay. So, on your left bar, you can now dig into these topics here. The left bar is the navigation panel. All right. So first thing you have is key metrics. This will include the number of results, the engagements, and the potential reach, as well as those metrics over time. Top themes include the top themes available to us within this conversation. Now, here you can actually select other choices if you're not interested in, for example, hashtags. You can go directly to top themes. We can look into emojis. We can look at how these conversants describe themselves. These are the most common words in their bio. You also have other options here, including how you want to display any widget you see. So, the next section is the influencer section. You are now looking at the Quick Search homepage. Quick Search is one of the TalkWalker products that requires a license to use. We're going to take our same search and Quick Search is designed to be easy to use. It is one of TalkWalker's products that requires a license. Anyone who has that license can use it and find useful information from a search, not unlike a Google search. We're going to take our same search as before and find out some of the themes, influencers, and problems people discussing this conversation might face. On the left panel, we have our different tools. These are key metrics, top themes, influencers, demographics, world map, and visual insights. Within each of these are different widgets to help us dig deeper into the results. You can also choose how to display different widgets based on chart type and more. So, on the key metrics page, we have our results, the engagement those results received, the potential reach of those results, as well as some information around the sentiment of this topic and the results over time. Up on the top bar here, we have our filters, including for time, you can get specific, or by sentiment, by geographic region, by media type, by language, by device, or by demographic. Let's say we don't like the way this looks. Let's switch it over here to a stream graph. Moving into the top themes, we can find out other Moving into the top themes, I'm going to select 30 days. This is going to make everything load a lot quicker. Top themes helps us understand broadly what this conversation is all about. Now, for me, this is simply too much, 120 results. I prefer to just look at the top 25. Okay. Here we can break it down by hashtag, account, self-described bio, words, emojis, celebrities, brands, or events. We can also look at it in a bar chart or as a table, as bubble word cloud if we had multiple other topics to discuss. We can look at trending themes. Horizontal word cloud is what it naturally defaults to, although you can, in a mixed word cloud, make words go vertical. We have a pie chart and a wheel chart. If you don't like this TalkWalker blue, as we call it, switch it out for something else. Now, this is perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of TalkWalker, is our advanced clouds. These are called Engrams. We show you by default a 1 gram engram. However, we can look at bigrams, that's 2 words, or at trigrams. We can take that same concept and only look at noun grams or at verb grams. So this is 2-word phrases, and public health is at the top of the mind. However, if we dig into the verbs, we might find that what is being done is different. By looking at verbs, we can see how people are discussing this subject and what they're doing in response. So those are some of the ideas that you can get through looking at the themes tab. Next, we're going to go over to influencers. This is going to show us which accounts or people are the most prolifically discussing this subject, who are the most engaging, as well as where these conversations are coming from. So we have news media at the top. We have their number of posts, the reach those posts received, and then the reach each time it was mentioned, and then by default we filter it by engagement, which was the most engaging subject matter. We can look at engagement per mention. Here we see that Francois. We also have unique authors as a widget and the share of media types. Moving along to demographics, here we find out self-described demographics only, and I should emphasize that this is simply a best guess. We cannot look at any given post and tell you the demographic information of the author. This is only useful in total or in cumulative. On an individual level, it is not accurate. So we have gender, we have age buckets, we have the languages this conversation is occurring in, we have self-identified interests, and that is someone who lists something in their social media profile describing what they are interested in. And the same goes for occupations, again, only if listed in their profile. Next up, we have geographic distribution. This is essentially a map, as you might imagine. However, if like I said, I want to just look at this in Francophone Africa. So I will apply a filter right here. You'll see that the map automatically brings us into the selected region. Now, there are a couple different ways to lay this out. You can do heat map or bubble map, dot density, or colored map. Here we get a sense of which countries are speaking about this as a percentage of the total conversation. Next up, we have the results page. If you're not sure about the query you're creating, this is probably where you should start to make sure that the results that you are pulling in are accurate. This does seem accurate. If we find that something is particularly viral, we can click on this button right here. This will load what is called our virality map. We can see the extent of which this conversation spread, and over time. Last section here, we have visual insights. This is going to break things down by the 3 things TalkWalker's AI is able to see. And those things are the scene, whether it's indoors or outdoors, what type of objects are in any image or video, and what are the most common brands in this discussion. No surprise in this discussion that we have 2 pharmaceutical companies, producers of a vaccine. That is the quick search platform. Let's dive in very briefly and very quickly to the full analytics TalkWalker platform. The TalkWalker platform offers a huge variety of widgets, as well as alerting and reporting, all designed to be easy to distribute and consume across departments and global organizations. The TalkWalker platform offers a huge variety of widgets, as well as alerting and reporting, all designed to be easy to distribute and consume across departments and global organizations. It's the second TalkWalker product that requires a license to use. Here, we are looking at our global COVID-19 dashboards. Soon, you'll be able to view a dashboard like this on the TalkWalker mobile app. Dashboards can also arrive as emails as often as needed, or based on triggers like a percentage increase in mentions or an influential account discussing a topic. This dashboard is designed by the analyst to provide only the relevant information to the relevant parties at the relevant time. That is the goal of a dashboard. So here we can see the share of countries discussing the global pandemic. Here we can see the percent of languages it is occurring in. We have trending themes. We have our sentiment tool mapping what themes are key in driving sentiment, both good and bad. We have a look at some of the results. And then here we're trying to dig in a little further around. Next, we're looking at what is being communicated around specific stages of COVID-19. What percent of the conversation is in regards to quarantine versus lifting restrictions versus shutdowns? Digging deeper into each of these type of conversations, like limiting interaction, we can pull out our theme clouds all over again. Here we have themes of the shutdown. Here we're able to find what top world leaders are communicating about the global pandemic. We can also map these mentions against sentiment or against other world leaders. Here we have a breakdown of the percentage of world leaders discussing this topic. And here it is mapped over time. We can show sentiment for different world leaders, as well as the key drivers of that sentiment. In short, dashboards allow you to dive deep into a given topic and share that information up and down your organization. In short, dashboards allow you to dive deep into a given topic. They allow you to share your findings with people at all levels of the organization simply through email reporting or dashboards can also arrive as emails as often as needed or based on triggers like a percentage increase in mentions or an influential account discussing a topic. These triggered alerts can arrive as email. These triggered alerts can arrive to anyone in your organization as necessary. On any given subject, you can click into it and learn more about what those results are. Thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure to walk you through the TalkWalker platform. Please reach out with any questions around using our free tools, or if you'd like a more in-depth walkthrough of what TalkWalker can help you find.